Imagine being done with a beat like this by 5 in the morning and then realizing your microphone died, so you had to record it all over. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Torrence, and in today's video, I'm coming back at you once again with this colorful look. I recorded it earlier, then I realized I finished about a half an hour earlier than usual and couldn't figure out why. Decided to go over my footage and realized didn't have my microphone on. So I ask that you all please forgive me if for any reason during this video you have visuals but you don't have audio, things cut off, and I have no idea exactly when and where. But once I noticed it, I wanted to come back in and give you all a new intro and exit. Today's color, as you can see, going bold. Green is my absolute favorite lid color, but I didn't want to just do green lid and green smoke. I wanted to try to switch things up. And because you all are such a fan of purples, I wanted to give you all that. And as you can also see, the skin is on another level today. Although this truly does look like makeup, honey, the glow is real. And it is just truly surprising to me what you can do with the exact same products you already have in your collection, but just switching out your brushes. So I will be recording a new updated foundation routine for you all just so you can see how I achieved this. Because if I found a new way to intensify my glow, I want to be able to share that with you all. And to me, although the star I thought was going to be the eyeshadows, it seems like what's showing out today is the highlighters. I found a cheaper highlighter palette than the one I've been using, as you can see. Purple on the brows. I have green right here in the inner corner, pink on the cheeks. And we are just looking stunning. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any of my videos. Make sure you give this a thumbs up before we go into it. And without any further ado, let's get started. Just suffering a little creative block right now because I'm not sure if I want to do greens or purples. I just leave everything down in the description bar below, but we're gonna jump into it. I'm gonna just go for purple because lately things have just been stressing me out. I need some color, I need some vibrancy to lift up my spirits. Gonna start off with my Viseart Editorial Brights with this purple shade here, and we're gonna build that all the way throughout the crease. I absolutely love the Viseart formula. As I've stated before, the Viseart Grande Pro 2 is my absolutely favorite palette in the world. It's my holy grail. But before that palette came along, this one was it. The only thing I wish that this palette had, just because of my personal color preferences, was more greens and yellows, and that's exactly what the Grande Pro 2 brought us. I don't ever see me going without this palette in my collection though, because I am like truly in love. Easy. Jump to the other side, keep it going. See, I'm feeling better already. Look at that bold color. Keep things going. We're going to use this hot pink shade here as a transition shade and buff out the edges of the crease. Gonna load up my brush, and first we're going to slightly press that around the edges before we actually go in to buff it out. These shades are extremely pigmented, so start off very slowly and buff out your edges before you decide to start diffusing it up, because this color will show once you start to go up. And I don't want to take this all the way up to the brow. I'm going to come back in with a clean brush and diffuse the edges of that hot pink. Just like that. Load up and do the other side. Now I'm going to pick up the tiniest bit of this white shade and use that to buff out the edges of that hot pink. You want to go in with just the slightest bit of product. Alright, and now you see how soft that transition is compared to this one here. I'm going to buff out the other side. Gonna cut my lids using a glitter adhesive. Normally I would always use one, but today I plan on using actual glitter. Now that I have my lids prepped, I want to go in with two different glitters. Both are going to be from Eye Kandy Cosmetics. The one on the inner half of my lids is going to be a sugar called Mad Melon. It's this lighter color here. And on the outer half of my lids, I'm going to use a super fine glitter, which is in the shade Watermelon, this darker green here. And I am going to seriously load up a silicone applicator with this and just press it in place. And I've come to find there is no quick way to get this done. You just have to go with glitter. It's nice and slow. Pressing them in place and going back over any area that you see. And look at that. Oh, honey, that is a pick-me-up spirit right there. Alrighty, now that we have that first shade on, it's time to go in with the darker shade. It took me a second to get that watermelon one open, but now that I do, we're going to go ahead and fill up the outer half of our lid. And we want it to start right next to that other shade. And once again, we want to get that closed before we cause any issues. Trust me, you do not want glitter flying all over your home. Now I'm going to go back in with that original purple shade and deepen up our outer V. I know this is supposed to be a bright look, but I'm a very big fan of deepening up my crease, and because we started off with Viseart, I'm going to go in with this black shade here from the Theory 3 palette. You can use any black you have. I'm going to load up my brush and hit up the very outer bit right here, just to deepen up that purple a bit. I want this to come off as dark purple and hopefully not black. Gonna load up our brush one more time, dust everything off, and then just go right there and deepen up that crease. Some glitter will fall off, but that is okay. More than likely that would have fallen off throughout the day anyway. And you can see how the crease on this side is much deeper and darker than the one on this side. Do that once more. Now that I'm satisfied with what we have going on, I'm going to cut away, finish the face, and I'll be back to show you all the final look. And this is the final look. Honey, as you can see, I am feeling this. I went into this look knowing I truly wanted to do something colorful and green, but these highlighters are showing out. This is the Sephora Holographic Face and Cheek Palette. Absolutely stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. And they have this on sale for $5. $5, honey. These shades don't have names, they're just numbered 1 through 6. But when I tell you, shade 1 has a slight yellow-green hue to it. I have that right here in the inner corner. Shade 2 is like a blue-purple. I have that underneath the brows. Shade 3 is like a peachy pink or a pink gold. I have that on my cheeks, above the brows, the nose, and the cupid's bow. And although the color of that was absolutely fabulous, I wanted something with a tiny bit more shine for all over the face. So I did top that off with my MAC Oh Darling. For the blushes, I skipped these two and went straight in with this corally shade, put that on, and then I took my fan brush with this shade here, dusted it off a little bit just to get that hue going. For $5, I promise you, I am buying another. I just wanted to test it out, and I don't see why this palette wasn't talked about more. Everybody needs to try this bad baby. If you are someone who wanted to try the KVD Vegan Beauty Alchemist palette or the Kaleidos highlighters, this may be your most affordable option to do so. This was truly shocking. I hope you all enjoyed today's look. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you also subscribe to the channel before you leave. Also, leave me a comment down below letting me know your favorite eyeshadow color combos, because I want to try to switch things up. It is in the middle of the summer. I want to be able to play with as many colors as I possibly can before fall gets here. And I also promise you all I will get this tutorial going. It is literally the same products that I've been using on my channel. The thing is, I've switched up my final brushes, and as you can see, the glow is just unknown and unreal. I just want to, I'm telling you, I'm feeling like Teresa is dead when she says she feels like an alien slut. Like, honey, this is extraterrestrial glam and lust. Like, And I don't think there's anything else that we have to talk about. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Continue to practice. Remember to stay blessed. And until next time, goodbye, YouTube.